Imam Rabbani. Hadrat, expression of honor and respect. Ahmad Farooqi, as-Sirhindi, Part 1. The famous alim, Islamic scholar, and great wali, one loved by Allahu Taala, was raised in India. He was the light of the arifs, those who have deep comprehension, wise. The leader of the Awliya, plural, of wali. The guardian of Islam, the crown of Muslims. The Mujaddid, one who spreads the books of the mujtahids all over the world and restores the teachings of the as-Sunna and the right way. Mujtahid, great alims who drew meanings or conclusions through endeavoring to understand the hidden meaning in an ayat karima or a hadîth sharif, and the apple of the eye of alims. He is the 23rd of the Islamic alims known as the Silsile aliyye, chain of blessed aliyya, alayhis-salam alims that conveyed the true path of alayhis-salam from the time of our Prophet Muhammad alayhis-salam, who guided people to learn the correct belief, worship, and morality, to act upon the knowledge they learned, and to attain the ridha, approval of Allahu Taala. He was born on the 14th of Shawwal in Hijri year 971, Miladi year 1563, May 26th, in the city of Sirhind, India. Some sources state that he was born on the 10th of Muharram, Hijri year 971, Miladi year 1563, August 29th. He passed away on the 28th of Safar, Hijri year 1034, Miladi year 1624, December 10th, in Sirhind, at the age of 63. His tomb is there. He became known by the name Imam Rabbani. Imam Rabbani means Rabbani alim. Rabbani, derived from the word Rab, meaning a spiritual connection, alim, is one who has been given ilm, Islamic knowledge, and akul, wisdom, who acts in accordance with his ilm, and is perfect in both ilm and amal, practice, deeds. Because he was the Mujaddid, reviver of the second millennium of the Hijri calendar, he was given the title Mujaddid Alf Thani. He connected Ahkam Islamiye, Islam's commandments and prohibitions, with tasawwuf, purifying the heart, spiritual development. He was also given the name Sila, the link. Since he is from the lineage of Hadrat Umar, he is referred to with the lineage name Farooqi. And because he is from the city of Sirhind, he is also referred to with the nisbah, origin, attribute, Sirhindi. With all these attributes, his name is Imam Rabbani Mujaddid Alf Thani, Sheikh Ahmad Farooqi, as-Sirhindi. Hadrat Imam Rabbani is a 29th generation descendant of Hadrat Umar, who was praised by the Prophet in the hadîth. If there were to be a prophet after me, it would be Umar bin Khattab, and who is the most superior person after Hadrat Abu Bakr. Again, he is one of the most famous among the alims called ulama rasikhin, alims with perfect knowledge who understand the deep meanings and denotations in Quran al-Karim and hadiths, who are said about in a hadith, the alims of my ummah, community of followers of a prophet, are like the prophets of the Israelites, and who received their knowledge from the source of prophethood. Khwaja Master Muhammad Baqi Billah, one of the great alims of his time, mentioned Hadrat Imam Rabbani in one of the letters he wrote to his friends. A young man came from the city of Sirhind. His knowledge is vast. His every action aligns with knowledge. He stayed with this poor one for a few days. I saw many things in him. I understood that he would become a sun that would fill the world with light. His relatives and brothers are all valuable and scholarly youths like diamonds. I also realized in a short time what precious gems they are, especially Ahmad's sons. Each one is a treasure of Allahu Taala. After getting to know Muhammad Baqi Billah, Hadrat Imam Rabbani attached himself to this teacher with respect and attentive listening. With his high capability and complete dedication, and with the grace and support of his teacher, within 2 months, he reached states and perfections unseen in others. A few months later, his teacher Muhammad Baqi Billah granted him ijazah, diploma testifying to the holder's authority on Islamic knowledge. After attaining a high rank in the science and states of tasawwuf, he was ordered to return to his homeland of Sirhind. His teacher also entrusted many of his students to him and sent them after him to Sirhind. His teacher said about him, "I brought this seed, which is a cure for hearts and healing for ruhs, souls, from Samarkand and Bukhara, and planted it in the fertile soil of India. I strove for the seekers to grow and reach perfection. When Hadrat Imam Rabbani surpassed every level and reached the peak of perfections, I stepped aside and left the students to him." Many of the great alims of that time praised him. They all gathered around the light of his marifat, knowledge and acknowledgement of Allahu Taala, like moths. At a time when Muslims were weakened and kufr, unbelief, heresy, darkness, philosophers, and deviant people had spread everywhere, thousands of kafirs, unbelievers, became Muslim at the hands of Imam Rabbani. Many fasiqs, one who commits haram, and fajrs, openly sin, repented and became salih, pious Muslims after seeing his beautiful states and hearing his suhbah, companionship of a prophet or wali. Many people from near and far saw him in dreams or while awake, ran to him, and found exactly what they had seen when they arrived. Thousands of alims, salih people, youth and elders saw him, attended his suhbahs, and their hearts were filled with dhikr, expel unawareness, remembering Allahu Taala. He elevated many of his students to high spiritual states and ranks. At all times his karamas, supernatural wonders of walis, were seen. He spread faid, spiritual enlightenment, and barakat, blessings. It is reported that he had more than 6,000 karama. Imam Rabbani is one of the foundational pillars of alayhis-salam, whose every word is a reference in the Islamic religion, a great alim and wali. He is also a mujtahid in the science of kalam, teachings of iman and i'tiqad, that is, creed of belief. When Hadrat Imam Rabbani was just entering the ocean of ilm, he saw our Prophet alayhis-salam in a dream. Our Prophet said to him, "You will be a mujtahid in the science of kalam." Hadrat Imam Rabbani fought strongly against all bid'ah, religious innovation, in his books, letters, conversations, and daily life, purifying them one by one and reviving many forgotten sunnahs, even fards, obligatory practices. He emphasized that the worst bid'ah, plural of bid'ah, are those that appear in matters of i'tiqad, and a trustworthy student and his sons narrated the following about Hadrat Imam Rabbani. A merchant stole goods from one of Imam Rabbani's neighbors. The owner of the goods accused a young relative of Hadrat Imam Rabbani of theft. That young man fled in fear of insult and beating. When the local guard of Sirhind heard this, he summoned Hadrat Imam. Although they knew it was improper to go to someone that was being careless in his duty, Hadrat Imam Rabbani went there on foot with one of his students. That impudent guard said very lowly words, not befitting their honor. Hadrat Imam responded with the utmost gentleness. At that moment, Maulana Tahir Badaishi arrived and said to the angry guard, "Do you know whom you have summoned to your feet? Those who treat the friends of Allahu Taala badly will surely be soon punished." The guard let them go. Within a day, that shameless guard got into a dispute with a large crowd in his neighborhood. It turned into a fight. The guard tried to resist the crowd with about 20 of his sons and relatives and climbed to the roof of the house. There were explosive materials stored there for warfare. Suddenly, fire struck there, causing a huge explosion. The guard, along with his sons and relatives, were blown into the air. Their bodies were not even found. Thus he paid, with his life, the price for speaking ill of the friends of Allahu Taala. The time to remain in the world is very short. Most of this short time has already been wasted. Very little remains. The time of Akhira, hereafter, is eternal. What will happen there depends on these few days' actions. After this, there will either be endless blessings and pleasures or endless torments and sufferings. The truthful informer, the one who always tells the truth, has informed us of these. Surely they will happen. A wise person must work without pause. My child, the most precious times of life have passed in vain. They have been wasted fulfilling the desires of the nafs, a force in people that commands and dominates their desires, wishes, and appetite, which is the enemy of Allahu Taala. Now only the least valuable and least successful time of life remains. If we do not use this time to do amal that pleases Allahu Taala, if we cannot regain what was lost during our strong times with our weak, worthless time, if we do not attain eternal comfort and blessings with a little effort and short hardship, if we do not cover our countless ugly amals with a few good ones, then with what face can we appear before Allahu Taala on Qiyamah, Day of Judgment? What excuse or reason can we give there? How long will this sleep of heedlessness continue? How long will the cotton of heedlessness remain in the ears? One day they will lift the veil from the eyes. They will remove the cotton of heedlessness from the ears, but it will be of no use. Then there will be nothing left but regret and shame. One must recognize what needs to be done before death comes, and die yearning for Allahu Taala with a pure face.